Hey guys, it's Bailey and welcome back to the channel for what is kind of a change of pace here for me. If you've been watching me for a while, you might think she has gone off the deep end because this is certainly not the straightforward professional reviews you're used to seeing. If you're new to the channel, I promise, first of all, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. But I promise it does not always get, you know, this bold and yeah, bold here all the time. But I saw this video concept done by both Kat Von D and actually first by Linda Hallberg or Banger Beauty here on YouTube. If you aren't subscribed to her, she is an amazing, just inspiring makeup artist. You go watch her looks and I know I can never recreate them, but I am so inspired to try. I saw both of them do a one product makeup challenge. Kat Von D used one of her studded lipsticks in this beautiful like purpley burgundy shade. Linda actually drew a liner shade, happened to be black, out of many, very brave in my opinion, and created this gorgeous you know, kind of goth-esque look, but very polished and like just one product. So that, the simplicity of everything and the challenge of it all kind of drew me to this video format. So I wanted to give it a go for myself, and in doing so I found that I do have some tips in the event that, granted, this is taking it to the extreme. Like I have my brows, my eyes, my lips, and my cheeks all done with one product. This is a bit extreme. It's kind of like the $20 makeup challenge on steroids, but still there are some practical elements that you can take from here in the event that you are stuck needing to use one product for multiple different uses, and it's not necessarily, you know, the blush. You forgot your blush. You need to use a lip product or an eye, you know, something like that. There are just some practical elements to this video concept that I thought were super fun, and also I love a good excuse to, you know, paint my brows red. Fun fact, in high school, I actually dyed my hair very close to this color. I was all about red hair and it got borderline burgundy purple for a while, and some days I miss it. But yeah, this is not actually too far from where I was at one point in my life. So anywho, I'm going to talk you through this. There'll be footage going now showing you the actual process of putting this look together, and while I talk you through that, I'm also going to be sharing with you why I chose the product that I did, which by the way is the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Vamp. So first I started with the eyes. I put a little bit from the wand on the back of my hand just so I wasn't having an eye tool repeatedly go in and touch the doe foot from my lip product. And I used the Bdellium Tool 763 brush, which is a relatively wide angled liner brush. I wouldn't say it's great for ultra precise wings, but it is good for doing bigger, more dramatic wings that you need to fill in. It's also a great multitasker because you'll notice it's the same brush I use for my brows, but I'm getting ahead of myself. While you're watching the tutorial, I do want to touch on a few things actually. I chose the shade that I did, Vamp, because it's kind of equal parts red and brown, albeit very, very deep. So when it is applied a little bit lighter, those red elements really come out, and yet I can layer it up, say on my lips or my eyes, so the brown tones come out a little bit more. And that's especially good and beneficial around the eye area because a lot of you may know pinks, reds, they can make you look a little sickly when placed the wrong way. So I chose this knowing that I could layer it up to get something that looks a little more brown around the eye area as opposed to red. The other thing I want to touch on while talking about colors or formulas in general actually is that another reason why this is not necessarily a go-to everyday sort of methodology for applying your makeup is because not all lip products or eye products or cheek products are going to be okay to apply elsewhere around your face. I did the best research I could trying to find out what's in the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipsticks. Didn't turn up much on their website to try and see if there were any ingredients in there that would irritate my eyes. I kind of erred on the side of risky and went ahead and did it, but if you tend to have sensitive eyes or you know, don't go in with like a minty lip formula for this kind of thing. You just do a little bit of research. This is not something that I recommend for everyone. If you know that you have particularly sensitive skin, eyes, lips, etc., do a little bit of research before you go into an area with a product that isn't necessarily formulated for that area, if that makes sense. I have seen a couple people here on YouTube use liquid lipsticks, mostly Kat Von D, not Anastasia, but like I said, I don't tend to have sensitive skin, and so I took a risk. Now, once the eyeliner was applied, I went into blush, and this is exactly why I chose something that could be sheared out to really bring out the red in the formula. This is one of the new NYX brushes, the 04. It's just a duo fiber kind of stippling brush like this, but it's nice and kind of thicker and domed. And I took what was left on the back of my hand and just started smearing it around. Super, super pigmented. I didn't have enough surface area to diffuse the product as much as I did, so I used a very, very light hand with this guy because it also picks up quite a bit of product, but I prefer a duo fiber for applying cream or liquid products on my face just because I think that gets the most natural looking blend across the face. So very, very lightly I went in with this brush and just stippled and in circular motions just went across my cheeks, and I am so happy with the way this turned out. It was just the right amount of red on the tops of the cheekbones, like a nice healthy flush, which when you see it on the eyes or mostly the lips, which is probably where you're going to see it most of the time, you would never know. So I do not dislike that. Really might actually wear it again like that. Then once that was done, I went in with my lips using the Bdellium Tools 540. You can apply this with a doe foot, but Anastasia liquid lipsticks are kind of more of a true liquid as opposed to a mousse like you might find, or even something a little bit firmer than a mousse than you might find with other liquid lipstick brands. So I don't mind putting a little bit in the center of my lips just to make sure the product is on my lips, but then I like to go in with a smaller brush just to make sure my edges are nice and crisp and precise, because the doe foot that comes with the formula and the formula itself just don't always make for a super crisp, precise lip line. And like I said, you can layer this up so you can see the first time I put it on, it was more of a deep burgundy wine, whereas now I've layered it up and more of those brown tones are kind of coming out to play. So this is where I debated doing my brows. They just weren't dramatic enough to contrast the rest of my makeup look, so I ended up doing them. And then, like I said at the beginning of the video, it's very close to a color that I actually dyed my hair before. So ultimately, you know, it just depends on the color that you're working with, whether or not you want to go full on through the brows. But I'm not displeased with it. If I had my druthers and I were to wear this going out every day, that's the one thing I might change, is actually just wearing my normal brow product in lieu of this. But I'm not unhappy with the way it turned out. And for those of you who actually do have this beautiful auburn hair, know that Vamp from Anastasia is not a bad brow filler when you're in a pinch. And that's it. That's everything I did to accomplish the look that you see today with just one product. I did, you'll notice, apply a mascara, and I already had my base like foundation and concealer on. That is one thing that both Kat Von D and Linda did in their videos, so I felt very free to do that as well, just because it would look, you know, it'd be a little bit of a stretch to do your whole face. It wouldn't, you know, wouldn't quite work out. So if you try this, and I would love it if you did, definitely be sure and tag me on Instagram. If you know, snap a picture, tag me, let me know, but also tag them. I feel like this is such a fun, and maybe it's been done before that, but those are just the two people who I've seen do it recently, and so definitely let them know, because it's just such a fun tag. Great idea, good on them for coming up with it. Like I said, not all of these have practical implications for your everyday makeup routine, but sometimes you just gotta have a little bit of fun. So I hope you guys had fun with me. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!